What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cork to Glory. This is episode number 62. And we start today's episode off by seeing it has officially happened. Yes, Barry Sharkey is now 90 overall, club legend, club captain, OG of the save. Sharkey has joined Cunningham and Keenan as a 90 rated player, and as you hear the music in the background, the draw for the last 16, the Champions League is made, where Cork City have got Paris Saint-Germain. Oh my word. Yes, Napoli, who topped our group, have got Chelsea. There are some cracking ties in there, man. I mean, come on, docs. It's the Champions League knockout stage. What do you expect? But there was Real Madrid versus Inter, you would have noticed. But Cork versus PSG. Oh my word. Well, we know they're the best side in France. They are one of the best sides in the world. Last year's beaten finalists in real life to Bayern Munich, of course. They have one of the best teams in the game, one of the best teams in the world, one of the richest teams in the game, one of the richest sides in the world. And we've got them in the last 16 of our first ever Champions League. How fitting is that, man, that we take on... Well, you know, we were a half-a-star team when we began. Now we're a 5-star team. So we've caught up to PSG. We're still not quite as good as them in terms of our overall ability. But yeah, we were, you know, the weakest, the least financially secure team out of the lot. Now, not so much due to our rapid growth, but PSG in the last 16, I find that really, really cool. So you'll see the ties there, late February and March. I'm looking forward to it. And I do feel... I wouldn't say confident, but I think after our win over Man City last season, I do believe we've got the optimism now that we can take on the big teams and beat them in the big games in either Europe or Cups and the League as well. But we know that is an incredibly tough time. Still, for the first game of today's episode, Liverpool coming to take us on here at Turner's Cross, where Samuel Bell going in pursuit of that 40-goal season this year makes it 1-0 and gives us the lead with a minute to go. Still up by a goal here against Jurgen Klopp's Red. Healy down the right side, rolled it through to Sharkey, just won the ball back, and Barry Sharkey, what a way to celebrate hitting 90 overall. 5th goal of the season. I've said I think there's a chance he could get to double digits this year. He's only got the 2 assists, but now 5 Premier League goals, and that one of the coolest of his career. He was absolutely everywhere in this game as well, both on the defensive end and on the offensive end. Club captain, club legend, Barry Sharkey wraps the points up there. That was so cool, and what a way to end the week for Barry Sharkey. 90 rated on FIFA. He saw it. He saw EA Sports FIFA tweet it. The Sharkey's got the upgrade. He's 90 overall, and he then scores the 2nd goal and the dagger in the win over Liverpool. So following that, it was time for our final game before Christmas. Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. As we know, we are still undefeated in the Premier League, and I talked about it in the very last episode. If we are to have an invincible season, I believe that this month of December is the toughest run for us here. We've got some big games. We just come through Liverpool. Now we've got Chelsea away, the champions at Stamford Bridge here, and I identified this game as being the most difficult of the lot to keep our unbeaten start alive, as Chelsea needed to win this game to keep themselves in the race for the title right now, as we had a chance to pull away and go 11 points clear with a win. First chance falling to us, good save by Onana, but with 5 minutes to go before the break. Oh, he repays the favour. Barry Sharkey rolls it across to Tommy Healy, who got the assist for Barry's 2nd goal against Liverpool, and Healy bangs in our goal right before the break to give us the lead, and Tuchel was thinking, right, if we don't turn it around in the second half, we're 11 points behind and we surrendered our championship to Cork City. That can't happen. So in the second half, Chelsea went all out looking for that leveler. As you'd expect, they were quite passive in the first half, but really turned up their intensity in the second. Bazunu made a good save early on into the second half with 9 minutes to go, clinging on to the win that would have put us 11 points clear at the top. Lovely dribbling by Christian Pulisic, rolls it across, and who's there to turn it in from close range? The former Leverkusen playmaker Kai Havertz levels it as Chelsea pick up a really, really big point there. And again, the gap remains at 8, so I still feel very confident. This is our final game of the first half of the season against Everton on Christmas Eve. I thought it was on Boxing Day, sorry, but this is Christmas Eve. So we're still 8 points clear, 18 games in, so still feeling incredibly confident indeed. But that win would have been massive, man. A double-digit lead at the halfway point of the season, that would have been huge. We're still taking on Ancelotti's Everton for the 3rd game of today's episode back at Turner's Cross. Well, right now, this man's just on fire. Another assist for Barry Sharkey. That's his 4th for the campaign. 2nd in his last 2 games there, to go along with a goal as well in the one against Liverpool, in a 1-0 victory over Everton. And as you can see, after that win there, Chelsea could only manage a point, and that means that the gap is now 10 points. 19 games in, 51 points on the board. Top scorers, best defensive record, great goal difference at plus 36. And yeah, already 51 points on the board, 10 points clear of Chelsea. There's half a season still left to go, as Bell has 17 and 19 as things stand. If he carries on at his current pace, he'll score 34. Troy Parrott, by the way, in the top 20, really cool too, with 8 goals in 19. But yeah, as things stand, he's on course for 34 goals, as Cunningham right now is on course for 30 assists if he keeps up his current pace. And Gavin Bazunu is leading the race for the Golden Glove. Last year, of course, missed out by 1, but right now 14 and 19. He's a big reason why we are where we are right now. You can look at our high-powered offense and how good Bell's been, Parrott and Cunningham as well, but don't forget, Gavin Bazunu this year has only conceded 6 goals all season long and is in course, as things stand, set a new record for most amount of clean sheets in a Premier League campaign. But yeah, I just forgot what I was going to say there. But yeah, right now, being top of the table by 10 points, there's a long way to go. There's an awful long way to go. We're still undefeated, of course. Of course, the most important thing is that we win the title and don't choke for a 10-point lead. But if we can win it undefeated as well, man, that will be one of our best achievements in FIFA career mode, I think ever, to be honest, if we can win the title and do it undefeated as well. Still, for the 4th game of today's episode, Aston Villa coming to take us on here at Turner's Cross. Made a few changes to my lineup into the game due to the lots of fixture congestion right now, making sure that everyone needs to stay fit as we close out the calendar year. Wesley will give Aston Villa a shock lead in this game as the Brazilian fires the visitors in front. And whilst we tried to respond in the first half, first Cunningham hit the post and then Bell missed an absolute sitter 21 minutes in, and you don't say that very often from Samuel Bell. 33 minutes in, staying in attack mode, looking for that goal to get us back on level terms. Satona then fires wide after stepping in from the right hand side, and I was thinking, okay, alright, at the break we're trailing by 1 and I've been on top, but I can't find a goal. 10 minutes after the restart, Luke Burns smashes one wide and it's still 1-0 to Villa, and that was how the game would finish. Yep, I can't believe it, but it's all over. I said it pre-game. If we can win the title and do it undefeated, it will be one of my best achievements ever. Unfortunately, in the first game of the second half of the season, the invincible run comes to an end. Yes, Cork City are human after all, and I was so frustrated as well because I played so well in that game, but it was just one of those games where for some reason your finishers just could not hit the target and test the goalkeeper. We had like 10 attempts but only 3 tested the goalkeeper. Such a frustrating defeat there, and that was not the game for our streak to end. That was not the game for us to lose the unbeaten run there. I was thinking Chelsea away, okay, I could see that happening. Liverpool at home, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but Aston Villa at home, no disrespect to them whatsoever, but that should have been a banker. And let's just be honest here, whilst the finishing was really poor, I choked it. I absolutely choked it. The pressure got to me, man. Going into the second half of the season, still undefeated. That's a rarity for me, and I just absolutely bottled it. Fair play to Aston Villa. Tip your hat to Dean Smith and his boys. They get the win and become the first team to beat us in the Premier League this year. But you best believe for the following game of today's episode against Marco Bielsa's Leeds, I was in revenge mode, you know. I was really aggressive because I'm not, you know, you guys know me, I'm not an angry FIFA player or anything like that. I'm not really someone who gets emotional over the game or whatsoever, but to be honest, there are some times where I get quite frustrated, and in the very next game I look to take out my anger on whoever I'm playing. We were 2 goals up before the break, then Ryan Devine makes it 3-0, and with 90 minutes to go, still leading by 3, Samuel Bell scores a scruffy goal here, scuffs the shot a little bit, but listen, they all count, drops into the bottom corner and gets our 4th goal of the game. So Leeds 0, Cork City 4, and with 6 minutes to go here, Bell smacks one in for his hat-trick after a lovely back kill by Eamon Cunningham, and he was saying to all the doubters after his blank against Aston Villa and our game without a goal there against Aston Villa, look, we're still the best team in the division, there's no doubt about it. Yes, we've lost our unbeaten run, but there's no way I'm going to surrender our lead at the top of the table without a fight. Final score, Leeds 0, Cork City 5, a bit of a statement game from Bell and the team as well. 5-0 the final score there at Ellen Road. So Following that, the January transfer window does open. As you can see, we lost 3 of our players, 2 of our youth players, Soberwale and McCluskey, and also Ntumba. Farewell to Levi Ntumba, Cork City icon. Took a chance on him in League One, signed him on a free transfer, and in the end, he became a bit of an icon of us here at Cork City. He was our starting goalkeeper in Season 2, and obviously, of course, he was our FA Cup winning goalkeeper last year as well. So farewell to Ntumba. We'll always think very fondly of the Frenchman. And also, we had 3 more scouting updates and an academy update as January comes around as well. I don't think I put anyone in my academy this time around. I've been really interested by the Estonians, though, that our scout has been picking up for us. I quite like this nation as a bit of a hidden gem, I must be honest, for youth players, because to be fair, you'll see two players have been snapped up by other clubs in the world, and we found some players with decent potential ranges as well. Still, the academy right now, it's looking okay. No one looks too excited. I know David Tully even does look pretty decent. I changed position from centre mid to left back. He grew 8 ratings to 55 overall. He has 81 to 91 potential, so it could be okay in the future, but we'll have to keep a close eye on him and hope his development is a quick one. And also, as you can see, £15 million to play with in the January transfer window. Whilst we might have lost our unbeaten season in the Premier League, we're into the last 16 of the Champions League against Paris Saint-Germain. We'll have our FA Cup third round tie against Mansfield Town in the next game. In the next episode, we look to defend our first ever major honour, and of course, despite losing to Aston Villa, we are still many points clear at the top of the table in the Premier League as we go for our first ever Premier League title. And being a 5-star team now, 85, 83. Look, we've got 15 mil, but don't expect us to spend a penny. 9 points clear of Chelsea, 17 games to go. Still got the best goal scoring and defensive record in the division as well. I still feel very confident with this current crop of Cork City players. But that will end today's episode of Cork to Glory, guys. A big thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have enjoyed today's episode, despite me bottling the unbeaten season, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you for the next episode in the January transfer window with our first game of the FA Cup defence and some more big ones in the Premier League as well. I'll just say it very soon.